Good day, ladies and gents. We are going to be continuing our Unit 9. We are going to be working on word problems, Part 2. All right, so let's just get started. We're on page 20. All right, so let's read this. For number 1, a shipping company creates 1,428 boxes with the dimensions below. Okay, so vendor A charges cost of 72 cents per 100 square inches of cardboard. Okay, so when we're talking about that, what are we talking? Are we talking about? The lateral area, the surface area, or the volume? So let's figure out what that means. So when I say lateral area, what I really mean is like the label. So that would be the label. So if you have, for instance, like a soda can, we're talking about the label right outside here. So everything but the bases. So it'd be the perimeter of the base times the height. So we're only talking about the label on the outside, so not the bases. Simple as that. Okay, whereas surface area would be all the metal of the can. So that same soda can, it's just talking about all the metal. And then the volume would be talking about how much liquid you would be putting in there. So think of a soda can. So that should give you a nice idea. So lateral area, LA, it's like label, LA. So label. SA is a surface area. That's all the metal. And D is the liquid. All right, so when we're talking about the cardboard, what are we talking about? We are talking about all the surface area of the box. So we need to find the surface area. Okay, so, and then vendor B costs this much per 75 square inches of cardboard. If the company chooses the vendor with the least cost, how much would it cost? Okay, round to nearest hundredth. Okay, so we're going to take, we need to find how much cardboard we need in the first place. So surface area is equal to, now this is a prism, so pH plus 2b. pH plus 2b. All right, so we need to go ahead and find a couple of these things. All right, so if we look at this, what is the height? The height is 10. So then what would be the base? If the height was 10, then the other two numbers make up the base. And the base is a rectangle. So if I draw the rectangle and it's a 15 by 20, I'll zoom in a little bit. So it's a 15 by 20, so that means that the base area, which is basically length times width, right? Or base times height, that'd be 15 times 20. If you take your calculator, 15 times 20 would be 300. Okay, and then the perimeter would just be all the sides out together. Now there's 4 sides. It'd be 15 plus 20. That's 2 so far. What are the other 2 sides? Oh, another 15 and 20. So plus 15 plus 20. So 15 plus 20 plus 15 plus 20. And you would pop out with 70. Awesome. Okay, so now we have our height, we have our base, we have our perimeter. So we have our height, our base area, our base perimeter. So let's just plug this stuff in, because that's the hardest part, just figuring out these things, and then you just have to plug in. So P was 70, H was 10, plus 2 times your B, and your B was 300. All right, 70 times 10, pop out with 700, plus 2 times 300, which is 600. Add those two together, you pop out with 1,300. Now that is the surface area, but that's not what we're looking for. We're seeing how much this would cost, rounded to nearest hundreds. Okay, so vendor A. All right, so let's see. How much cardboard would we have to buy from vendor A? So we need 1,300, and we know for every 100, it's going to cost this much. So divide by 100 square inches. And so Okay. Oh, wait, we're missing something. Hold on. Remember how many boxes are going to be? So that's only for one box. That's only for one box. So 1300, we need to purchase 1423 boxes. All right, so 1300 times 1423. We need to purchase this much cardboard. We need to buy that much cardboard. Okay, so if we're going to purchase that much cardboard, okay, so 1849900 cardboard. That's how much cardboard we have. Okay, for every 100, it's going to cost this much. So we need to figure out how many hundreds we're going to have. So divide by 100. We're going to purchase 18499 cardboard. That's how much cardboard we're going to purchase. Okay, so if we purchase that much cardboard, you're going to multiply that by 0.72 cents. So multiply by 72 cents, and this would cost 1331928. So 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, so I just put a little comma, just help me out. So $13,000 basically. All right, now what's going to happen with vendor B? With vendor B, same number, we're going to purchase 1849900 cardboard. We're going to divide by 75. So 1849900. Okay, divide that by 75. Okay, and we're going to purchase 24665.33333. Now let's think about this for a second. If you were buying like soda, for instance, are you allowed to buy 5.33333 cans? No. You would have to buy 6 cans if that's what you required. So no matter what, when you're purchasing, you're going to have to round up. So when you're purchasing, you're going to have to round up. So we need to buy 24666 cans, or in this case, cardboard. So you would always have to round up when you're purchasing something. So no matter what the decimal is, you're going to have to round up because you're purchasing. Okay, so this is how much we're purchasing. So we're going to multiply that by the 90 cents that they said. So 24666, that felt special, times 0.9. Okay, and we would purchase this for 22199.40 cents. Okay, so now let's answer the question. They said we're going to choose the lowest cost. So which one was the lowest cost? So 1, 2, 3. So is it the 13,000 or the 22,000? We're going to take the 13,000. And so how do you type that into the calculator? Or sorry, into the computer? 13319.28. And that's it. Don't put the money sign or anything like that. Awesome. Okay, number 2. Jonathan is going. Jonathan. Typo. So Jonathan is going to paint 76.5% of the outside of the box. The box is a 4 by 5 by 6 inches tall. How much area is he going to paint? Okay, so if we're talking about the outside of the box, so what is that going to be? So we have a box that is a 4 by 5 by 6. All right, so we want to know how, and it doesn't really matter where you put those numbers, just as long as you have all 3 numbers, because we are going to be looking for the surface area. And surface area, that is pH plus 2b. Awesome. And you can find that on your Hot Topics page. All right. So, okay, so we know for a fact that the height was 6. So our base would be the 4 by 5 or 5 by 4 or however we want to say it. So the base area would just be 4 times, so length times width, which is 4 times 5, which equals 20. And your perimeter would just be all 4 sides added together. So 4 plus 5, that's only 2 so far. Oh, what are the other sides? A 4 and a 5. So plus 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. And we pop out with 18. All right, so let's actually plug it into this equation. So pH, so that's 18 times 6, plus 2b, so 2 times 20. 18 times 6, which is 108, plus 40. You pop out with 148. So that's how much surface area we're going to have. Now, here's the trick. They said that we're only painting this much percent. So if I say 76.5%, so if you move the decimal place over twice, that's because what this really is saying is 76.5 divided by 100. That's basically what's going on. Okay, so you move the decimal place over twice, you get 0.765. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to take 148 and we're going to multiply by 0.765. 765, and you pop out with 113.22. Round to nearest tenth if necessary. So it's 113.2 is your final answer. Okay. So make sure you know this. If you need to remember how to move the decimal place, then make sure you put that on your Hot Topics page. That'd be really cool. And last problem, guys. All right. So last problem. Okay, a company is designing a tube that opens at the end. Determine the amount of plastic is required to make the tube. Okay, so the tube, now it's open at the end, so how much plastic? So where is the plastic going to be located? The plastic is just on the outside, not on the two circles. So the bases are out of this. So what we're really looking for is just the label of this cylinder. So that's just LA. So that's P times H, and that's it. And you can see that right here. All right, so it's P times H. So so we know that the height is 15. We know that the radius and diameter, we know that the radius is 18, and the diameter, 18 times 2, would be 36. So all we want is the perimeter of the base and the height. So the perimeter of the base, the perimeter of the circle, right? Perimeter of a circle is d pi. So it's just d pi times your height. And so you can just go and plug it into the equation. And if also on your Hot Topics, it's right there as well. So this is cylinder, and it's perimeter of the base times the height, which is dh, so d pi h. All right, so d is 36, pi times h, which is 15. Now remember, how do you type that in your calculator? We're doing 36 times 3.14. We agreed that pi is just going to be this number times 15. So make sure that you're not using the pi button. Do not use the pi button. No. Just use 3.14. So 36 times 3.14 times 15, and you pop out with this number. So 1695.6. They said around the nearest hundredth, but we're already there. And there's your final answer. And that's it, guys. All right, so that's it for today. Make sure you do the next 2 pages and put it into forms. Have a great and awesome day.